Number 4 deals with one of the tougher things that we've done this year so far, absolute values and absolute value inequalities. First one is the harder one, the inequality. And how I'm going to describe how this one works is with a number line. The idea is that an absolute value is a distance. So if we try to turn this into words without trying to get too specific, we're thinking the distance from something is less than 8. If you think about that on the number line, we're going to start here in the center. And what I'm going to put at this center is x plus 5. And our distance needs to be less than 8, which means we can go out to the right as far, but we can only be less than 8 away. And then we can go to the left, but we can only go as far as 8 that way, which would be negative 8. So x plus 5, if we think about over here on the left, what does that look like? That says that negative 8 is less than x plus 5. Looking at it towards the right, we have to think about x plus 5 being less than 8. So what this absolute value inequality becomes is negative 8 is less than x plus 5, which is less than 8. Now, of course, this looks different when the absolute value is facing the other way, and that's something that you'll have to go back and remind yourself of. But for this one, this is how we first set it up. Now, to get x by itself, we subtract 5 here from the center. And if you recall, we're going to subtract it from the left and the right-hand side, because this is really two inequalities at once. We're solving two problems at one time. So I'll get rid of that. We get negative 13 is less than x, which is less than 3. Now, if you look at your answers again, on the form, you're not going to see this answer as is. So you're going to see it in two chunks. You're going to see it as negative 13 is less than x, and remember this is an and. X is less than 3. Now, of course, that one doesn't match exactly either, but you're looking for an and inequality. You're looking for x to be less than 3, and you're looking for x to be greater than negative 13. Now, the second one, it's going to look almost exactly the same as the top, but we just won't have inequalities. When you have an absolute value equal to a number, I don't know why this negative is here. I apologize for that. That's not supposed to be there. That's a plus 8. How we set this up is the things that have an absolute value of 8 are 8 and negative 8. So the stuff inside the absolute value has to equal 8, or the stuff inside the absolute value has to equal negative 8. We solve two equations. We get x equals 3, and, ooh, that didn't look good, I apologize, x equals negative 13. So we have these as our two answers. A common mistake is to do x plus 5 equals 8 and get x equals 3, and then you tell yourself, well, it's absolute value, so we need a plus and a minus, so x equals 3 and negative 3. But that is incorrect. We do that plus and minus thing here at the beginning because the stuff that has an absolute value of 8 is 8 and negative 8, giving us our answers of 3 and negative 13. These might require a little bit more practice.